Hey guys, here I am. I'm finally getting the chance to update you on this new bill coming into Illinois' General Assembly this week. It's HB 2827 regarding Homeschool Act. In fact, this bill might not actually be going to be heard tomorrow. The general census is that it's actually going to be pushed back to the 19th, which gives us more time to do slips. But there is a chance that they're going to amend it, and then at that case, the slips will be void and we would need to do it again. I'm basically on here to inform my friends and family of kind of what's going on and give you the chance to decide that whether or not you oppose this bill and if you'd be willing to go and fill out a witness slip. It's super easy, takes 2 minutes. Just put your name in there, write that you oppose it and that you're representing yourself. I'll have all that information in the bottom of the comments under my video. So let's dive right in. The Homeschool Act requires the State Board of Education to create a homeschool declaration form to be used by homeschooling administrator to submit information regarding the child that's enrolled in homeschool. If a family fails to send the homeschool declaration form to your district, you will be considered truant and penalties will follow. You will also be required to create a portfolio of education learned. They will receive language arts, mathematics, biology, social sciences, fine arts, etc., as listed in section 27.1 of the school code for Illinois. I printed that out here. According to the school code, the State Board of Education shall establish goals and learning standards consistent with the above purposes and define the knowledge and skills which the state expects students to master and apply as a consequence of their education. Each school district shall establish learning objectives consistent with the State Board of Education's goals and learning standards for the areas referred to in this section. We're going to develop appropriate testing and assessment systems for determining the degree to which the students are achieving objectives. All right, so let's get into that real fast. They are requiring a portfolio of education learned. And in the homeschooling community, one of the greatest things about homeschooling is your ability to pick and choose your curriculum, pick and choose your teaching style. There's unschoolers, there's classical. I mean, there's a wide range. Waldorf. Homeschoolers have the choice of how they want to teach your children. And a lot of that goes based on what your children's interests and needs are. I have a 5-year-old who can read at 5th grade level. I have an 8-year-old, well, I have a 10-year-old now, an 8-year-old who struggled with reading. And we helped through that and he is a fluent reader now. But if it was up to school standards, he would technically be behind in reading area. And as far as the homeschooler community goes, we agree that that is slightly okay, I think, to be meeting your children where they are while also educating them in these subjects that are most important, which do fall under these math, science, language arts, all of that falls into those categories. We are educating our children and it might not look the same as a general education at a public school. So to fit under these assessments and testing criteria, kind of diminishes the point of homeschooling, in my opinion. This is a chance for children to hone in on their skills, the things that excite them, the things that they're good at, while also learning things that are necessary for life skills, which would include math and science and etc. They are also going to be requiring homeschool parents to have a high school diploma or equivalent. And that does not necessarily affect me and my family, but it is going to affect other families. And in my opinion, I don't think that you should necessarily need a high school diploma certificate to be able to homeschool your children. There are some very intelligent people who did not cross that line in their lives, and they have still gone on to be successful. And in some communities, religious communities especially, 8th grade is the cutoff for formal education. They start working in the way of skills and trades and home. And They rarely will have a high school diploma in those communities, and especially, I would assume, the women who are at home raising their children. They wouldn't really need that certificate for anything when they're going to be staying home. So now you're requiring those communities to fall under the same guidelines. There's no protection, as far as I understand, in the law for those communities, but I could easily have missed it. I've been reading over this last night, last night and this morning. Sorry. Okay, so that is my concern with those communities. You heard my concerns about the portfolio, and my last concern was that kind of got jumbled up on here. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm jumping around. This is like my 5th time recording this video, and you think I'd have it down pat, but I do not. Okay, yes. So within 10 days of moving to a new district, you will have to register as a homeschool family with the declaration form. And if you don't, you'd be considered truant again. And by this fall, we would have to register. I understand wanting to look out for homeschool families. You want to make sure that there's no kids being abused. That totally makes sense. But there is no room in here for an umbrella school under the private school or a homeschool association. Check it. There's no room for any of that listed in this bill. It is just strictly the district. And from my understanding, we've been given school choice through the government federally, and this goes against our freedom of choice. I'm also concerned because this filing, if you file with the district, it gives them permission. Right here it says each school district shall give priority and allocation of resources, including funds, time allocation, personnel, and facilities to fulfilling the primary purpose of schooling. One of the biggest things that President Trump just recently enacted was the funding, the taxes funding to go towards each child individually, following them where they go. I could kind of see why maybe the districts would want to jump in on that. And I'm not saying that that's what's happening here, but it's very convenient that this executive order gets passed, and then the next couple weeks we're talking about having to join your district, forced to join the district. How would that funding work? I don't know. That is definitely not really talked about in here. If it is, again, I probably looked it over. Those are just a few of my concerns with this bill. I think that those are big enough concerns to warrant a hold on, let's wait, let's rewrite this, let's talk about this again, something. And I'm hoping that you guys, as my friends and family, will take a look at this and take the couple minutes out of your day to write an opposition slip. It's super easy, and unfortunately, we do it tonight, which we really need them tonight, just in case they do try to pass it tomorrow. But if they don't and it gets rewritten, I'm going to be asking you guys to do it again for me. And it would mean everything to me and my family if you would take the time to do that. So if you have more questions, please reach out to me. I will try to give you to my best understanding or connect you with someone who does understand. There's a lot of people speaking on this topic. And, I am here for questions. And I just hope that you guys have a good day, and God bless. Thanks.